Fantasy is temporary answers to deep human questions thesis. Fantasy is not mere escapism. It is a symbolic system that offers temporary answers to profound, unresolved human questions. Each fantastical phenomenon gives form to a hidden fear, desire, or philosophical dilemma. The worlds we imagine often reveal the truths we can't face directly. 1. Superheroes and Magic World's core. Question: what if humans didn't have limited energy or power? These stories remove natural limitations, exhaustion, mortality, even gravity. They explore how people would act if they could transcend human weakness. The result is not just wish fulfillment, but a moral experiment. What would you do if nothing held you back? To Aliens' core question: what if we aren't alone in the universe? Aliens reflect both fear and hope. Whether benevolent or hostile, they symbolize our desire for connection beyond Earth, or our paranoia about being watched and judged. They also challenge the boundaries of humanity by confronting us with intelligent life that is different from ours. 3. Zombies core. Question: what if we get sick but don't die? Zombies are metaphors for mindless survival, social collapse, and spiritual emptiness. They ask what happens when the body keeps going after meaning, identity, or community has died. In many ways, the zombie reflects our fear of living without truly being alive. 4. Monsters core question: what if we are powerless in the face of a massive threat? Unlike superheroes who fight threats, monsters often represent chaos, nature, or evil that can't be reasoned with. These stories dramatize helplessness against war, pandemics, climate disasters, or existential dread. Monsters embody what we can't control or defeat. 5. Supernatural phenomena, for example. Animals behaving strangely, core question: what if the world is sending us warnings and our leaders ignore them? In ancient times, bizarre natural events were interpreted as omens of political or social disorder. A sheep with 2 heads or birds flying backward isn't just strange, it's a symbol of a broken system. As Robert Greene notes, drawing on ancient Chinese philosophy, such signs reflect collective unease and signal leadership failure. 6. Time travel core question: what if we could change the past or see the future? Time travel stories confront regret, fate, and the illusion of control. They explore our deep desire to undo mistakes or understand where we're headed. These stories rarely end with simple fixes. Instead, they show how, even with power over time, human dilemmas persist. 7. Talking animals core question: what if the world around us was more intelligent than we thought? Talking animals challenge the boundary between human and non-human intelligence. They reflect themes of innocence, natural wisdom, or hidden knowledge. These stories encourage us to listen differently to those we've ignored or considered beneath us. 8. Parallel worlds core question: what if life could have turned out differently? Portals to other realities allow us to explore alternate selves and unlived lives. These stories often spring from dissatisfaction, grief, or escapism. They force characters to confront: was it better somewhere else, or must I face the life I have? They offer an imaginative answer to the road not taken. Bonus: the Chosen One trope core question: what if my life secretly mattered? The Chosen One fantasy speaks to a deep longing for significance. It turns ordinary people into central heroes, often without their consent, and validates the feeling that suffering or difference means something important. This fantasy reassures us that we are not random or forgotten. Conclusion fantasy doesn't avoid reality, it gives us a strange mirror to reflect it. Behind every ghost, spell, alien, or prophecy is a human question in disguise. Fantasy allows us to play with these questions in ways that are emotionally safe, but intellectually and spiritually charged. In doing so, it keeps our deepest concerns alive and even lets us answer them, if only temporarily.